The agent-to-agent protocol developed by Google enables two agents, a client and a server, to communicate through orchestrated data objects. The agent card is a JSON file that acts as a resume for the server agent. It describes its identity, skills, service endpoint, and security requirements. The task is a unit of work, initiated by a message from the client that contains the user's instructions or data. An artifact is the final output generated by the agent as a result of a task. It can be a document, image, or structured data composed into parts. The agent-to-agent lifecycle is a four-step process. It begins with the client fetching the server's agent card. This JSON file is a public resume detailing the server's skills, communication protocols, and security requirements. With the agent card's info, the client constructs a message send request. This is a JSON RPC call containing a message object. The message includes parts which hold the actual content, which will be text, files, or structured data. Processing and updates are done with task creation and state. The server receives the message and creates a task to track the work. A task has a life cycle, moving through states like submitted, working, and input required. For long-running tasks, the client can poll using tasks/get or subscribe to real-time updates via message/stream. Once the task is completed, the server packages the results into one or more artifacts. An artifact is a final output, like a generated report, an image, or structured JSON data. It's attached to the final task object. The task is the central object in the protocol. It represents the entire life cycle of a request, from initiation to completion. It acts as a state machine, tracking the current status and holding the final results we call artifacts. States could be submitted, working, input required, completed, or failed. The task state is an enumeration, a concept from discrete mathematics and computer science. It defines a finite set of named values submitted, working, completed, etc. Using an enum instead of arbitrary strings prevents errors and ensures that the task state is always one of the valid, predefined options, making the protocol robust and predictable. A message represents a single turn in the conversation. It carries the instructions from a user, the client, or a response/update from an agent, the server. Its most important property is parts, which contains the actual content. A message or artifact can contain multiple part objects. This allows for rich, multimodal content. A part can be one of three kinds: text part, file part, or data part. The bytes in a file part are base 64 encoded. Since JSON only supports text, base 64 is a mathematical method to convert binary data, like images or PDFs, into a string of text. It works by taking 3 bytes, 24 bits, of binary data and representing them as 4 characters from a 64-character set. This ensures that any file can be safely embedded and transported within a text-based format like JSON without data corruption. An artifact is a tangible output generated by the agent. It's the deliverable of a completed task. Like a message, it contains one or more part objects, allowing agents to return complex, multi-part results. The server's primary job is to listen for HTTP requests, advertise its capabilities via an agent card, process tasks, and manage their state. Here's an example of conceptual blueprints implemented as both a server and an agent. The full tutorial can be found in the GitHub in the description. Here we simulate how 5 agents would orchestrate planning a trip to Tokyo. The orchestrator agent coordinates the entire booking process. The flight booker agent finds flights. The hotel booker books hotels. The itinerary agent combines plans. Then the notification agent alerts when the task is completed. These agents can be specifically integrated into your workflow or pipeline where they fit best.